Hey y'all, welcome to Zikkurat Gaming. Every week or so, we take a look at the goings-on in the game industry, be it a new releases, or the rare three-way critique on the game we've all played. This week, a lot of news. We got actually quite a little bit of news, good amount. We got a whole lot of contradictions, conflicts of interest, and crippled controllers on this week's docket. I'm your host, Zenon, and I'm joined here with Mike.
How's it going, everybody? Good to be here.
Welcome, sir. Good to have you. Pablo is not going to be here this week because he's on a well-deserved vacation, doing Lord knows what. He's not going to Canada or Anime Expo, so who cares, really? Just boring shit,
Exactly. But no, real talk, though, that dude works a lot, so...
yeah, too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a wonderful vacation, Pablo. We'll see you next week. Or not, if you extend it. But when he returns next week, we actually should be able to discuss some of the following new releases. Pretty big releases this week, I think, for a end of July type thing.
Yeah. It's nice that things are actually coming out in the summer,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I say that or hear that. I say that every year, like, man, there's a drought. But I'm like, oh shit, there's like 3 or 4 games I really liked this summer. So it's less games, but some quality ones,
Yeah.
Unless the following games are just bullshit, in which case, fuck it, man. I didn't make them. Whatever. As far as new releases, I'm going to count this, even though we said it last week. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 came out. The Black Order for Nintendo Switch on the 19th of July. Did you end up picking that one up?
I'm waiting for my next paycheck to pick it up, but from what I hear, you can clone your heroes, so yeah, 4 Spider-Mans on one team.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man, thank you. And women, don't judge. Yeah, man, I looked into the gameplay of that, and, it looked exactly how I thought it would be. Basic beat 'em up. But based on the reviews, it's a simple, fun beat 'em up with good dialogue and bad story, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I hoped for one of those things, and we got 2, so it's okay. Fun beat 'em up with good dialogue. Weird.
It's an Ultimate Alliance game. That's kind of how they go.
So long as it's enjoyable, that's cool. That seems like a perfect summer game, though.
Yeah, it's a good good time killer.
Yeah, like a Dynasty Warriors type, but I don't want Dynasty Warriors, Yeah. Yeah, but not as... I don't know, I think Dynasty Warriors is kind of bullshit, but what do I know? I don't play games. On a game that also was featured in Dynasty Warriors, we got Fire Emblem 3 Houses coming out July 26th. Mentioned this last week. I'm going to wait until it goes on sale, so I'll get it in like 2 years, or, at the low price of $5 less.
It's exactly what's going to happen. It's a Nintendo game, so...
I know, dude. I know. I'm interested in this for sure. I just, I don't know, man. I'm not going to drop 60 on it for sure. Like, if I get gift cards or something, or girlfriend just buys it and downloads it on the Switch, then I'll pay it. But we'll see.
I'll like it because it's a Fire Emblem game, but I'm going to wait on reviews on this one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, in my Fire Emblem Heroes game, I did get a sweet background change. So, I'm pretty much playing the game, if you think about it. Just, not gambling and getting the money that I fucking want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gotta get those 5-star units somehow, right?
Seriously.
One of these
days. Keep throwing money at it, but I only get 3 stars. What's wrong? Is my money no good? And lastly, Kill La Kill IF? I know it's the fighting game, but that game's coming out this week as well on the 26th, which I didn't know that was releasing. I thought it already released like months ago, but fucking, I don't know, man. That's not my demo. That show was a lot of fun. Just ridiculous bullshit. Just like all fucking, Studio Bones stuff. But I was gonna say, oof.
I'm excited for the over-the-top characters. They're always my favorite.
Yeah, dude, super fun, ridiculous characters and stuff, and cool that they're in their own, I think Arc Systems fighting game.
Yeah. I've gone over this with Pablo before, but Raggio and her theme song that plays in the background every time she's on screen is the best thing of that entire show.
That's right. Dude, yeah, you told me that, I'm like, oh, I think I remember. And I played that, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I totally remember that.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
It's really epic.
Yeah. And lastly, Wolfenstein Young Blood. I heard good things about this from E3 preview coverage.
Yeah.
But I don't know much about it. I didn't play Old Blood or... I was about to say Blood Dragon. But that's Far Cry's little half-step game they do.
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm curious how this one's going to turn out.
I just thought it was weird. They didn't even drop a trailer for this game until like 2 days ago. And
yeah, man, got to build that hype.
It's weird.
What? You mean it's out by the end of this week? Sick.
But from what I've heard, it's not going to be as heavy as the last game was, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, BJ Blazkowicz.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Spoilers, I think. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. It's cool. Oh, and I guess if you buy the expensive version of Madden, you could play it at the end of this week. It comes out next Tuesday, but I think there's like some edition you could buy where...
Yeah, it's always for the deluxe edition they release on Fridays for the people that are buying the deluxe, and then the plebes that are getting the regular edition can buy it on Tuesday, like everyone else.
And what are the people who don't buy it? Is that...
The people that don't buy it, like me, are fine just not having it at all.
Okay, cool. I think I'm in that. I remember I moved... This is back in 2008. Moved into a house with two other dudes, and they were so stoked for Madden, and they got it day and date, and boy, they looked like they were having so much fun. All they wanted to do was play it. And then I picked up the controller, and I'm like, what the fuck is this game? How do you play this? Like, what? How does any of this work? So, in conclusion, I'm too dumb for Madden, and I haven't tried it, so... Sorry, I'm sure it's a great game.
For me, with sports games, I used to buy them all the time because I used to play with my cousin. He loved in particular. He liked the franchise mode where you can create your own franchise and basically just coach through games.
It's like a football manager.
Yeah, that's what he liked to do. So I used to play with him. We would make characters and stuff like that. I stopped buying them.
That seems cool.
Yeah, it was for a while. And then I stopped buying the games when I realized they're literally all the same game with updated graphics and an updated roster.
Yeah. So. Which, if you're into that, I guess $60 for a full year, $5 a month. That's not bad.
See, I'm not going to knock it for people that get their enjoyment out of it. That's fine. You're allowed to like the games that you like. It's just...
Unless I don't like them, in which case you are absolutely not allowed.
No, yeah, because then you're wrong.
Yeah.
And you don't want to
If I'm
wrong,
ambivalent
right?
towards it, that's cool. But yeah, actually, you're right. You wouldn't want to be wrong, right? Because then you look...
then you look dumb. Like...
Yeah. Yikes.
But yeah, no, for me personally, I'm not going to spend money on the same game except Skyrim. But yeah, they got me on that one.
Yeah. You're in that deep in that Skyrim ecosystem.
I definitely have bought Skyrim probably like 5 different times now.
See, while that might be an addiction, that's at least a one-time purchase. Bringing this to our news, what is not a one-time purchase would actually be loot boxes.
Yes.
Those are unsurprisingly back in the news, or still in the news, depending on if you're following it or not.
Yep. If you're a gamer, if you're listening to this podcast, I'm going to assume that you've been following this.
Yeah. And if not, fuck it. Whatever. I'll tell you anyway. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
Basically, loot boxes have been a contentious debate. Actually, not really contentious. I think it's pretty well agreed that people don't like them, like the real money aspect of them. But, you want the skins, you want the things like that. So you throw it in, throw some money at the chest. Maybe you get something cool. Most of the time you don't. What the fuck ever.
Oh, yeah.
But that's kind of becomes an issue when you have children who are really throwing a shit ton of money at that. I'll get into that in a moment. And people who are just like, hey man, I want that Dota item, so I'm going to throw 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, $80 into it with these supposed escalating odds. There's a heavy air quotes on that, which they don't expose.
No, they don't.
Because, that ruins them. Unless you have, I think, Perfect World, which is the Chinese version, which tells you the actual percentage of them. Because they legally have to.
Yep.
Which is kind of fucked that they get that, but we don't. Anyway, but basically, been an issue. A lot of people have been saying it's gambling. Belgium, a few months back, said, no, we don't want that in our games for kids or pretty much anyone. So change your shit or don't do it. Nintendo decided, all right, we're not going to do it, and is pulling their their mobile games with the loot boxes in them, the Animal Crossing, the Fire Emblem, and Realia Lost. But that was in Belgium, mind you. The UK. Which is no longer part of the European Union.
No, it is not.
Spoilers. Sorry, I didn't mean to break it to you guys who haven't heard. But they decided, again, so reiterating their stance back in 2017, per the UK Gambling Commission, that loot boxes do not qualify for licensable gambling activity, and they should be regulated because basically it boils down to when you buy the loot boxes, while you may be purchasing them with real money, those items that you purchase remain in game, and you can't take those or translate those to in-game currency or real world currency. Yeah. So it's like, I get it. Like, I understand that, and to their credit, like, this is kind of the gaming industry's problem that has been kind of building up to a fever pitch, and like, it's like a going.
This is EA's whole marketing program here.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, on Overwatch, but I guess it's Activision. So yeah, fuck it, whatever. It's a lot of companies way they make money, and Valve as well. Valve is rotten with it. Valve, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry, guys. I play all your games. But they basically, it's longevity games, even games like Assassin's Creed and stuff like that, where they have player recurrent spending, because they don't call them loot boxes or microtransactions. It's recurrent spending.
Gotta pretty that up for your buyers.
Of course. But then your buyers include, obviously anywhere from people like you and me to $5 here or there, $10 here or there, to children and kids, and the other side, which you and I might not think about because we're not really a part of that demo, where earlier in the week BBC runs a report basically saying how where parents were given the opportunity to tell stories of how their children spent absurd amount of monies in their digital games.
I can't believe some of these.
Dude, we're talking £3,100 spent on this was on the BBC. If you search for 3,100 BBC loot, it'll pop up. But either way, £3,100, which I think is like $4 billion US. I don't know what the currency rate is, but I'm pretty sure I'm off by like maybe $10 or $12. He spent that much money. A 22, I'll say disabled. He had cerebral palsy. Basically spent £3,100 on a game called Hidden Artifacts, which is fucking insane that you can spend that much money on it. Like, I was pretty bummed at Nintendo's 3DS. They had like a P-Cross game, Pokemon P-Cross, that came out, and I was like, oh, this kind of sucks. Like, I just want to play the whole game. Turns out you can for $35, and that's the absolute maximum that you can spend on it, which is cool, and I like that. But like, what the fuck can you buy for a basically I Spy game for $3,100?
Apparently they're paying off my whole computer right now.
Oh jeez, Jimmy Christmas, man!
In just a freaking
so it's your company, dude. You should have told me. I shouldn't have I would have skipped that instance. Conflict of interest, and edge case. Let's say like, oh well, this is someone who's disabled, or just that's his comfort. So whatever it happened. Yeah. But that's someone's savings that they drained out, their parents' money. Additionally, we have someone who spent over £2,000 on EA's NBA, their 2K series. Didn't specify which game, but that was by a 16-year-old who spent $2,000 on the Build-A-Team and their other basically loot transaction bullshit that they have there.
The thing that sucks about that one is that 16, you're old enough to understand exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, but like, if you have no concept of money, dude, like, I was just at a place. I was at the fucking movie theater, and some jackass who was on his phone. It was too far away for me to throw something at or kick him in the back of the seat. Because I fucking was about to. Girlfriend was like about to get up and do it before I did, because I would have been much meaner about it. And I wasn't even like in my cone of vision. But I was like, this motherfucker doesn't know how money works. Because I paid to see this. The family behind him paid to see this movie. It was Spider-Man. It was great. Liked it. But like, this motherfucker doesn't understand the concept of money. Or is a complete dick. I'm like, that I could see. But this, like, maybe they just don't say, oh, well, it's just $10 here, $40 here, $30 there. Like, fuck it. I got $100 last week to go to the mall,
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have that lifestyle. But,
Neither did I, man.
I'm sure some people do, I mean, fuck it.
I was barely my $20 allowance. Like, I could go to the movies once, maybe.
Jeez, man. You got an allowance. It's fucking lucky. No, but, like, it's stuff like that where, if you don't necessarily know how much money can get you, you're not going to fucking care because it's not yours. And you don't know that you should care. While you should be teaching that shit to 16-year-olds. Like, I don't know, man. Fucking, there's a whole lot of factors. But then you have 12-year-olds who I'd say were safely in that, I don't know what money is, category, where this dude spent £700 on Clash of Clans. Yeah. Like, that's a lot of dough.
And I understand, too, like, consoles have parental features built into this so that you can't do that, or you can set a limit on how much can be spent in a day or whatever.
Which apparently it was updated, one of the person said it was updated, and like some of those features were not on there anymore. Yeah. Like it basically the security updates were like, oh, this is an oversight, and there goes all the money. Peace.
Yeah, but I get that there's things for that, and that this is a partial thing on parents for a few of these cases. But why are they in? They just don't. They don't have.
Why
a place
are they in the games to begin with?
Yeah, they don't have a place for games that are marketed at kids and that are in these demographics here.
I know, and like they do it. It's fucking run like Animal Crossing as well, man. Yo, I know Cherry's fucking event is ending in 24 hours. I know I didn't get the dope ass bat wings. Do I want them? Absolutely. Am I gonna spend the money? On the fence. Like, yo, and it's only a chance that I would get those bat wings. Am I gonna get them? Probably not, based on the fucking other fortune cookies where I got 3 of the same bullshit shirt. But, fuck it. That wasn't real money I spent. That was in-game premium currency that I earned, quote unquote. But now I'm like, time's ticking. I gotta get that shirt before it's gone.
That's how they play on that, though. They give you a time limit, and it starts building the pressure, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, damn, I have to buy this.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, I didn't even want to spend money on this. Fuck. But, like, even with shit like that, like, that's pretty predatory, I would say, TBQH, because now they have events that are associated with it. You've got GTA Online adding, like, a literal casino where you can purchase chips.
The shit blew my mind when I read this morning.
Like, and you can literally use those to gamble. Like, GTA Online, just within their most recent update, their Diamonds Casino edition, which added a bunch of new quests, a bunch of new missions, new cosmetics, new cars, etc. So, like, a pretty substantial update. Mm-hmm. Also, they added the ability to actually gamble using chips, which can absolutely be purchased with premium currency. So, you can digitally gamble using real money, but not get real money back.
Yeah, the only thing that keeps that within the legal definition of not being gambling is that you can't pull any actual money out of it. You can only put money in.
And that's what the gambling commission is like, kind of like, dudes, we can't. Like, what the fuck do you want us to do, man? It's digital shit. Like, it's bullshit. Don't buy it. But also, it's not real money, so we'd be regulating digital currency, which is so messy and so shitty, and so, like, there's no way that could, like, all right, 1 space buck equals 37 cents. There's no universal currency for that. If there was, that'd probably be a much easier sell. But what the fuck are leaf tickets versus bells versus casino coins versus dollary dues? What the fuck are they?
And I understand, like, this is Grand Theft Auto, and they've pushed the envelope. Rockstar's been doing this for years.
Yeah.
And this might be a slippery slope, and I understand that the violence in the video games and the drug use that's inside of the video game and everything like that, there's a huge disconnect because you don't actually have the drug in the real world, hopefully. or you're not out murdering people and stealing cars and shit.
Or at least not as easily available.
Yeah. But this is literally this casino that just opened. This is literally the mindset of an addict walking into a casino, except you're not getting any money for it.
It's weird because, like, while I do have the add-on where if you buy a prostitute in Grand Theft Auto, I do have one just, knock on my door. Just like, hey, you want this? Like, I'm like, no, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Maybe later. I don't have the immediate, like, gambling drip feed of satisfaction.
Yeah.
I don't have the ability to purchase. I probably do, but fuck it. I'm too stupid and I don't care to buy the drugs, Like, I probably could. It probably wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah.
But it's not like I don't get the high from the drugs. I can get the high from the gambling, you know? Like,
it'll do the same thing for you in a virtual game as this is essentially like playing a virtual slot machine.
Yeah, and like, for the record, I do not have fun with gambling. I don't know if something's broken to me, but anytime I like drive by Vegas or like a Indian casino down here, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna throw $20 in the machine, $40 in the machine, just throw it in there and see, have fun, blah blah blah. And when I'm like $10 in, I'm like, this is a meal I could be having right now. Like,
yeah,
even if I'm making money, I'm like, ooh, I just lost $10. I know I have $15 in fake, credit or whatever, but like, that was real money I just put in, and like, it's weird, and it's not for me. So I get like, I'm like, fuck, I just threw away money, even if I come out ahead.
Oh yeah, trust me, I understand. I hate Vegas. I've been there like twice. I think it's boring as shit. I'll go to the shows. That's fine. I don't gamble.
Yeah, like shows, dope.
And every casino smells like smoke, and it sucks, especially for someone like me with asthma. So.
Oh yeah, no, probably not a good scene for you.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and like I went to the Indian casino down in, I think, Solvang or whatever it was, and like I went to non-smoking section. It was a bunch of fucking squares in there. I don't want to hang out with those people. Like, fuck, man, not even smoke. But I'm like, all the cool kids are out here. Well, my kids, I mean, like 60-plus-year-olds.
Yeah, I will say the only thing I'll do when I do go to like an Indian casino or something, if I'm there with my uncle or my cousin, we'll pay like $20 to sit down at a poker table, and that's because that's a game that actually takes some form of skill to play. It's not.
Yeah, you're playing against other people. You're also playing against, but you're playing against something. I'm not
playing against a machine. I don't feel like I'm just tossing my money into a gutter and just not seeing it anymore. Basically,
it's like, ooh, there's a couple pennies. Yeah, I totally get that.
So I'll pay the $20 for the sake of entertainment if I'm going to go sit at a poker table. But other than that, I feel like it's literally just going into a garbage disposal. So
yeah, and like that's, I don't know, dude. That's time spent on fucking an actual thing.
Yeah,
like that's well worth. Or like, well, yeah, if you're having fun, like fuck it, you could do whatever you want with your money. I'm not your dad, but who cares? Yeah. Anyway, the gambling. Still not officially gambling because there's no actual currency. I'm curious how long that will still be their stance.
See, now I think that because it's being brought up so much more now and they are having to face it more, I think their stance on it is going to start catching up to what it should be. But right now they're still back. They're way too far back from where video games have gotten to.
And until like something legal, actually something pressing like a cake course actually happens,
yeah,
I feel like it's just going to be kind of just spinning circles, just spinning the wheels for like, well, we can't start until you guys fucking give me the gas to go,
Exactly. So it's a shitty thing. EA's coming off of a big win because of this. I'm sure they're celebrating somewhere.
Yeah, they're like, all right, this is not quite a win because it's the same thing that before. It's not a. They're still ahead of the game.
Yeah.
They can still do their fucking thing they want to do.
They're ahead, but they're still going to be scrutinized for everything, so.
Yeah. Something that, turns out, shit, I had a great fucking loop into that, but anyway, let's just talk about our next topic. Fuck, you said get ahead, and I'm like, alright, well, there were quite a few players who wanted to get ahead in the video game this week, but no longer is that an option. Fuck, ruined it. Anyway, so, I'm going to circle back, give a little pretext to the story. This is about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Apparently, back in June, around E3, Assassin's Creed Odyssey added a story creator mode, which allows users to create different quests, branching dialogues, branching options. Which, for the record, I legitimately had not heard that was a thing.
I knew about it. I've been following stories.
Yeah, that was apparently. They've released a story creator mode, which seemed pretty fucking cool. Like, you can do a lot of stuff with it. It's based on their developer's toolkit that they used. You can add dialogues. You can create a bunch of different branching paths, dialogue trees, various objectives. Pretty cool. Assassin's Creed Odyssey has been long criticized since its release, and pretty much before its release based on the reviews, for being like ridiculously grind heavy and taking far too long to level up, especially to hit the max level.
And we'll circle around to this, but it's for a reason.
Yeah, so much so that there were XP boosts that were offered before the game was even out, like kind of admitting, hey, we know it's taken some time. You could purchase a little boost that'll help you out for a bit there, huh? That was criticized by reviewers, and they're like, what the fuck is this? Still a pretty solid game for all the chords, but that was in there. When this creator mode, story creator mode came out, players decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to create XP farming stages. And pretty much bypass all that bullshit grinding that you basically were trying to get us to pay to do.
For those of you that don't know about these stages, they were literally stages where it was like, escort this character to this character. And literally you would start the quest and that character... a bunch of dudes would be dead off screen. No, like the character would spawn in, you would talk to them, and the character that they're supposed to be escorted to would be standing like 5 feet away from them. And it would just auto-complete the quest for you.
I heard that one, and then basically... and you would set up long chains where that would just be the ending.
Yeah.
So you complete a bunch of chains where that's it. Also, a grip of dudes just dying off screen, which is pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of the Avatar achievement where you just fucking press the button and kill all those dudes off screen and get the full 1,000 points for Xbox 360 back in the day. Like the Burning Army or whatever the fuck that game was called.
Yeah.
Reminded me very much of that. Like, all right, you guys figured this shit out. Ubisoft was not cool with that, turns out. They decided to they're going to, quote, crack down on these stages and ban them because they took away from the narrative and creative experience.
AKA they took money out of their pocket.
Which is exactly what that sounds like. Sounds to me they took away one of their key, very easy to justify, like, it's $3 for this XP boost. That's pretty okay. One of their key, easy monetization strategies. What the fuck do I know, though, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I get it, hitting max level, like, pretty much immediately, not okay. But also, yeah, you make your game grindy, people are gonna fucking find ways to make it less grindy, dude.
Yeah. This brings me all the way back to the days of original Destiny with the loot cave.
Oh yeah, dude, that was dope. And then fucking, I was gonna say Activision. Bungie said no fun allowed, and then loot fucking boxed that shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, John and I did spend a couple of hours just shooting off rounds into a fucking cave. It was amazing.
Yeah, and you know what? I still had fun doing that. Like,
I did too.
I didn't even fucking do it. I was playing a different game, and I was talking to my buddy Lewis, and he was just shooting in that fucking cave, and I was like, yeah, it's, good. He's having fun. We're talking, having a good time. But nope, no fun allowed. Just like all the other cheese that they removed from there.
Yep.
Just let me break your game, Bungie. God.
It's like, you let me find that exploit and let me exploit it.
Ugh, ridiculous. Anyway, Ubisoft's banning those stages. They're done. No more exploits for you. But a nice real-life exploit you can actually take care of comes in the form of Nintendo and their controllers. I say exploit, it's actually a legitimate fucking thing, an issue.
Yes.
Basically, Nintendo's back in the news again. The infamous Joy-Con drift issue that has been gaining quite a lot of voices. I've been hearing a lot of it online, Twitter and things like that.
It's all over Reddit. Reddit gets mad at stuff, man.
Yeah, dude, fucking man, they make me mad at stuff I don't give a shit about. I'm like, exactly. Wait, hold on. I don't care about this. But basically, Joy-Con drift, or Joy-Con drifting, which is not as cool as it sounds, by the way, is where a console will register movement input on the movement stick when the analog stick is in a neutral state. Basically, you'll be constantly going left or right, or menus will be circling up or down, or wherever the fuck it is. Your controller will be drifting even though it's in a neutral state. This happened to me. Like, this has happened on pretty much every fucking console I've ever owned. so I didn't know that was like a issue, like a hardware issue, or I just thought that was a software issue.
Honestly, it happens naturally even from just playing for long enough. Eventually it'll get there, but
I remember. Oh, really? Okay, that explains why it's happening a bit more. Fucking Mario.
Exactly.
And like, keep in mind, those Joy-Cons suck for that game. But no, like I remember if you plugged in the N64 controller and like it was on the ground, you know, that analog stick would be tilting a different way. Even when you released that shit was, sorry, you're locked in that direction. You have to turn that fucking console like off entirely.
Yeah.
So like I've been used to it, but obviously now I'm realizing, oh, it's kind of probably not supposed to be like that.
No, not at all.
So essentially, Nintendo is aware of that, and apparently a memo was passed around that instructed customer service to repair your Joy-Cons free of charge, even outside the warranty period, if you are suffering from the Joy-Con drift issue.
And keep in mind, they offered this when the Switch first launched. There was an issue with the left Joy-Con. They offered to fix that for free too, and it was cool.
Which I think I had that issue. It was the I would basically lose connection.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I had that one, and I have the drifting. Dope. I'm 2 for 2 for the Nintendo issues. Keep it going, bitches. Love it.
Go buy a lot of tickets then, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, great. Buy them, and then you buy another one, but unknowingly pick the opposite numbers of me. You'll fucking win. I guarantee it. But no, it's A, cool that they're repairing it free of charge. B, shitty that they're like this is a thing that needs to be fixed. But it kind of sounds like it's happening, like you said, with just regular use. Like, kind of a bummer. I'm pretty fucking gentle on my controllers. Like, I have this dope-ass Xbox 360 controller that I've had from Walmart back in, like, 2009. Mm-hmm. That shit still works on my PC. And it's in good condition.
Yeah.
Like, I know people who are far less gentle on their controllers, and I can only imagine that they're experiencing this issue way the fuck faster than me.
Yeah. I know I've traded in some controllers at the game store over at the mall. Mm-hmm. One of the things that they actually check is for controller drift. It has to be within an acceptable range.
Dude, I think I saw that.
They actually hook it up to their machine and everything, and it has to be an acceptable range of drift. So that's going to come from regular use. But I understand if you're buying a new console and it just starts happening out of the box, you're going to be pretty upset.
Yeah. Like, I was cruising for Pokemon cards, and I saw that machine. I'm like, what the fuck is this, like, DS3 input for your controller? Which I guess would be different now, but, like, DS4 for, PC. But, like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why are they setting this up? Like, y'all playing the emulators back there? What's happening?
No, yeah, that's what it's for. It's for testing the controller drift. So it is a natural thing that's going to happen over time. But obviously, it shouldn't be getting there that quickly.
Yeah. So cool that they'll replace it. Fucking come on, guys. Stop giving me broken shit. I like generally video games, guys. I just don't like broken things. Stop. I don't want both.
Broken things make me frustrated.
Yeah. They just make me sad. They're not even frustrated. I'm like, oh, well, here we go again. Guess it's time for me to buy another one. I just turned into Eeyore, apparently. God. Yeah, that's kind of it for this news week, honestly. Broken controllers, broken gambling systems, and broken quests. So
a lot of stuff happening. Most of it's shitty.
Yeah. I've and I guess broken fucking Dota Underlords patch where I'm just gonna jump into what I've been playing. I've been playing a lot of Dota Underlords. They released their mid-July patch, which is kind of ballsy to call it that, because that makes it imply that there's going to be like a mid-August or a beginning of August patch. And I know how Valve works. They can't trick me. Like, those 2-week releases every 2 weeks for Dota, granted they stopped for a good reason, they stopped without word. So, very ballsy to call it mid-month update. I'm on to you fuckers. But no, they didn't break it, I'm just bad. But they made the fucking neutral rounds so fucking hard to beat. Unless I go for a certain, like, 3 alliance, I can't fucking beat them.
Yeah.
When they used to be, like, pitiably easy. But now they're like, come on, guys, just let me win one. Stop giving me shitty treats from these rounds.
Honestly, they probably knew it would break, and they're just waiting to fix it.
Yeah, I feel like it's just seeing what's acceptable and what's people are going to complain about.
Exactly.
And the issue that people have, they said, hey, we're fixing a few things in the upcoming hot patch this week. Something, and then Arc Warden, which is a very, very, annoying issue to go against online, where this dude just straight up makes clones of themselves, and then his clones make clones, and they all have their item that he has.
So you're
and
fighting
it's cool.
Naruto,
It works
man.
like that in the game. It legit fucking is. Except this Naruto has like doesn't fucking drain the stamina. That's like, nah, I'm good to go, fucker. Like, oh man, it's rough. But yeah, man, it's still fun. I've only had that happen to me twice, so apparently it's common, but I can't fucking win anyway. So what the fuck do I know?
Yeah.
But yeah. Besides that, like, I've been trying new things and succeeding, which is pretty fucking cool. Like, my buddies are swearing on certain alliances. I'm like, I never use that, and I do pretty okay. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just kind of playing Dota on the Lords. You playing anything new and exciting?
I'm still playing through Divinity 2.
Okay, I saw you bought that.
Yeah.
It's popping out.
It's like, keep in mind, I have beaten this game like 4 or 5 times already, but,
Okay.
I'm getting
Good
ready
game.
for Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, very cool. When's the release date on that anyway?
I don't believe it has one yet. It still shows up on Steam as not having one, so...
Okay. Is it this year, though, or...?
I think it's going to end up being next year, but
Probably like a
don't
March or
quote
so.
me
Okay.
on that, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be next year.
That'll be when I inevitably write titles 6 months after the fact. That will be the quote. Baldur's Gate releasing X year.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I actually recently rewatched Overlord, the anime,
Mhm.
and I went through it in the English dub just to see what the differences were between the Japanese version. And then I found out that there's a
Was it the language?
Oh, yeah. It was totally the language. It was also
I know. I could have told you that before you watched it, dude.
It was also most of the
Like-
translations. Some of them were kind of weird. But
No shit.
yeah. But I found out that Divinity 2 has a lot of Overlord very, very broken mods. So
Really? Okay, that's cool.
I'm doing a full Overlord playthrough, and it makes you pretty freaking overpowered. So I'm thinking of starting a new game on Tactician mode.
Really? Okay, so at least you have a compensation tool to make it at least marginally challenging.
Oh yeah, no, legitimately, if you play it on the story mode, you literally can summon 3 skeletons at a time to make a little mini army. And they will one-shot everything in the game, and they can attack twice.
good.
So, yeah, definitely going to be re-rolling on a Tactician mode for that one, but we'll see how that goes.
Very nice. I guess anime related. I started watching small little anime. Maybe you've heard of it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yes.
Maybe it's esoteric. I know, like not a lot of people have heard about it, but yeah. I mean, I saw it was on Netflix, and I'm like, give it a shot. Man, that show's fucking bizarre, dude.
It's supposed
Accurately
to be. It's
named.
almost like it's in the it's in the title.
I'm like, oh shit, this is it seems fun. So I'm gonna stick with that and see. I just finished Evangelion.
I will tell you,
Boy,
for
that's an
JoJo, the reason why they talk so damn much is because in the manga panels they can fit all of that dialogue into a single panel. It translates kind of funny to anime because they end up in like, it's supposed to be over the course of like 2 seconds, but they have this whole freaking monologue for like the next 10 minutes.
Got it. Yeah,
So-
dude, I don't know. It's so interestingly. I didn't read the manga. It's like really interestingly presented, and like the art style is crazy. Like,
If you didn't
Really
know,
fucking digging
it's
it,
made
man.
by the same dude that made Fist of the North Star.
yeah, I kind of guessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, just based on the art style that I had watched, not entirely, but back in the day. But yeah, I had a slight hunch.
Yeah, it's made by the same dude. That's why it's got the same strong shading, the same over-the-top posing. The pose-offs are
Not
great
even-
for JoJo.
I would say
don't
not
know
even
if you've
barrel
ever seen any.
chesting, just the fucking. Oh my god, yeah.
By the way, at Anime Expo, there was actually a JoJo cosplay pose-off. It was freaking hilarious.
Oh, that's great. That's fun. That's great. Cool. Alright, that's a little anime corner.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I think I'm okay with anything like that.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Anything else going on this week?
No.
No?
Nothing that I can think of. Just work.
Yeah, dude, same. I'll see if I can finish the first season of JoJo.
Do it.
But anyway, yeah, for sure. Alrighty, y'all. Well, that's gonna do it this week on Zikkurat Gaming and slightly more. Thanks for joining us this week, y'all. We'll catch y'all next week for Zikkurat Gaming. I've been Zenon.
And I'm Mike.
Later on, guys. Have a good one.
See ya. It's always fun.
Peace.